Hi, Gofan and Melanine, and well met indeed. I'm Arkay and welcome back to the land of Skyrim, as warrior priest Aurelius sets out on his grand voyage, journey is a better word, to reclaim the land from the taint of the undead. Skyrim stands at a crossroads. Turmoil is upon the land. The Nords vie for their freedom. The great and noble empire tries to stop them. But, unbeknownst to them, beneath the land, in the hidden places, the caves, the ruins, and even walking amongst them, the undead plague is everywhere. So, what we must do in order to prepare for this is, first of all, of course, outfit ourselves in only the finest arms and armor. And to do so, we must improve our skill at the smith. Ergo, our first and primary charge is to gain some smithing materials, and for that, oh, I need to turn that off. Oh, bear with me. Oh, wrong thing. No! No, I'm just wasting all of your time and my time. It's alright, we're alright. Mod configuration. In case you have this same bug, that's why I'm going to keep this in, what you need to do is go to Advanced, and you need to turn off SWF version checking map menu. Turn that off, go back, go back. Now, it won't actually fix whatever the actual bug is, but it will simply stop telling you that there is a bug. But anyway, we need to go to the place that is rife with iron ore. Somewhere where we will be able to get as much of the ore as humanly possible, so that we can then set our mind to the blacksmith's forge and craft great weapons and armor. And so we are heading out again into bandit territory. Hello there. A man of Stendar!
You speak to a vigilant of Stendar. Cavort with any Daedra, and we will hunt you down.
Very good to know. It's nice to know you folks are out here. Arkay's light be with you, brother. Now, in answer to the call, or not rather in answer to the call, but I have seen a great many suggestions that for one to truly be able to hunt and end the undead, we should be outfitted with a mace. Now, I understand that there are those amongst the Order of Arkay who do indeed fight with a mace, and they have long lectures and books written about the benefits of cracking skulls and destroying skeletons with the blunt and brute force of a mace. But I say today, nay. For perhaps the greatest of the undead and those who we seek to destroy wherever we meet them, something of a vendetta, you might say, we have against them, are of course the sons and daughters of Cold Harbor, the vampires. We cannot allow the vampire taint to grow in these lands, and it may well be that we need to seek out this Dawn Guard we hear rumour of, to aid in their campaign against what I believe to be just an ancient vampire family. Oh, the textures are gone. Oh, no, we're in the ground. Don't worry, everyone. It'll sort itself out. But until the Dawn Guard reach out to us, we cannot really let them know that we're here. Oh, look, the textures are a bit all over the place everywhere. We don't really want to draw attention to ourselves, but that's not really the way to kill undead. You need to be almost as silent as they are, hide in the shadows, be out of their reach, and then descend upon their hides, their caves, their hollows, and eradicate them. Whereas the Dawn Guard will do things a little bit more overtly. I think the enemy will see them coming and may well prepare in time to stop their attacks. We can't allow that. So for now, we will stay hidden, but in order to bring down the vampires, as I say, it will be most useful for us to wield a sword. Now that is the in-game reason. Oh, hello. Oh, I don't want to take sides. I do not want to take sides. But the Imperials are... For the Empire! I missed. Oh, I've killed the wrong one. Oh, no, I should end my own life. Oh, no. Oh. I can't even perform the rites on the Imperial, but it's definitely no surprise that only the souls of the Stormcloaks need saving. No, it isn't Imperial. No. Rest in peace, brother. I can't hide it anymore. The Order of Arkay is supposed to be non-political. We have no bias. The world and all within it are our children, and we seek to aid them all. But I can't let the Stormcloak Scourge endure. Also, what I'm definitely going to do is start using those torches, because that is very useful. Torches, you are going to be... I can't remember where my hotkeys are. Number... MX3. 5. Or do we want even higher? Yes, we do. 7, there we are. So I put all my hotkeys on my macros on my keyboard, so they're all a bit in different places. The Windhelm Guard armor and the Stormcloak armor looks really good with the armor overhaul, the guard armor overhaul. But it is light armor, and we are, of course, going to be needing... Oh, we're carrying too much to run. I just want to have everything, but I can't sell everything. Oh, dear. Oh, an Imperial Sword. Ah, yes, we will use that for now. Drop those axes, they aren't very good. Drop all of that. The bow, take all of those. I should carry those. I should sell those, really, because they weigh nothing. That was foolish. I don't really have need of any of that, so we'll get rid of all of that too. Oh, but we can use those. Yes. Until we can craft our own. Oh, and we can use a medium Rebel's helmet. Go on then. Is it better or worse? Oh, it's the same. And it weighs the same. That's alright. Iron doesn't really do anything, does it? And we get Windhelm Guard braces. So now we look very bizarre. But it's only temporary while we craft our own fitting armour. So straight in then, let's whip the torch out. There we are. Now I've also, something that was suggested and I've taken on board, is increase the field of view to 90 up from 65. So, oh dear. Hopefully it's less jarring. But then I've also watched a few other Skyrim playthroughs of late. And in general, they do tend to be in first person. So I don't feel overly concerned. Now we want their leather this time. Don't make the same mistake as last time. Give me your pelts. Thank you. Right, we are almost there. In fact, we are there. I had the marker in the wrong place. Here we are. Rumour abounds that the greatest source of iron is found in this bandit camp. But as you can see, we are grossly outnumbered. But something is happening at the moment. We need to take advantage of this confusion. Oh dear, that's doing no damage. Lay down your arms, man! Return to your families and your homes, you fools. This is not the life. Shields up. Mages always are good for a laugh, aren't they? Oh, she's warding against us. And down she goes also. Struggling to see in this dark, dank, stupid bandit hole. No! We don't have Arkay's favour. I don't know whose horse is helping us, but I'm damned grateful. Alrighty, we're going to have to try that again. Because you may have noted, we just died. So. Oh, I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. Ah, there we are. What was our alternative option? We've got double flames on the 3. Or just single flames, actually. With my... I'm wearing mittens by the look of it. Just called me a disgrace to our kind. But you're a Nord, I'm an Imperial. Steel shot is down. Pull back, pull back. Something I do just want to do. If you just bear with me just one moment while it's on my mind, because if I don't do it when it's on my mind, I never do it. And that is Sky UI. General. Now we want group number 2, which is double to, not unequipped armor, but unequipped hands. Yeah. Because you'll note then that when I got my spell out, I still had my sword in my hand. And changing that stat is the way to change that. Oh, nice little dodge. Shield up, did nothing. These well armored, aren't they? No! No! They stand in the way of Arkay's blessings. You're a conjurer. Conjure something. Shooting me with fire and flames. Come back here. One more. Yes, the mammoth carcass can't save you. And another. It's times like these that I really wish I was doing archery. Look at this guy. Nope. Stagger him. This is all helping though, as our restoration skill needs to be boosted a little. And this fool here is ensuring that... Yes, down you go too, friend. 2 more blooming steel shots. Have we got anything we can assist with us? No. I could whap out the shepherd's axe, but it does the same damage as a sword, which you wouldn't believe, would you? Because the axe seemed to do a lot more damage. Oh, I overestimated that draw there. Well, if it's a little bit more aggression we need, then... And another soul to be sent in peace and blessing to Arkay's divine light. Oh, look at this friend. Yes, you have range, and so do I. No! Down they go. One remaining bandit on the outside. Now we've got to clear the inside. Dance around me all you want, Whisperer. You've made your decision long time ago. And it is now time to face up to your mistakes. Oh, come off it. Yes. Thank Arkay. And we will do that. We will thank Arkay for protecting us against the onslaught, protecting us against all would-be foes and enemies. Right, this time we only want things that are going to not weigh much and give us a lot of gold, so... Generally speaking, that means don't pick up any of the iron. Hello, sweet weapon! Goodness gracious. That one sword is worth almost everything that the rest of these buggers are carrying. I must confess that if I ever did a weapon mod, if I was good enough to create one, I don't think I would make it, A, readily available at level 1, and be worth 1,500. If I'm going to make a weapon that's available at level 1, I'm going to make it worth about 15 gold coins, or maybe 100. But why would you make it available straight away and then make it worth 1,500? It's just mad, isn't it? But then it does make you feel like you hit the jackpot when you're playing. Let's get the torch out again. I did watch the video back, and because one person, apologies, can't remember your name. Oh, that's a nice sword. That's a very nice sword. Yes, please. We don't want to draw the Imperial attention to ourselves, so it's better if we have a sword that's not quite so obvious. Let's draw it, shall we? Look at that. Oh, that is a nice sword. It even has texture on the blade. I always like that. It looks like it's got marks and nicks. It's clearly got leather on the handle. That's a nice sword. Well done, whoever created that. That, I'm afraid, is throwing me off of my game. I can't remember what I was saying. Apologies for that. Now, there's something you will see, unfortunately, with a lot of these mods. Oh, about the light. But let's talk about the mods first. Is when we do go to the blacksmithing forge, you will notice that there are a great many weapons. Specifically, one of the best weapons that is currently available in my modded version of the game is available to be smithied, created at as soon as you've got steel smithing, which is a little bit of a break from reality, unfortunately. So... And I don't like to play on the higher difficulty levels. I've got it on expert at the moment. And I don't like to go higher than that because it just becomes so boring. And I'm sure many of you agree with me. At the higher tiers, it turns into a slog, not a game. Other games, of course, make you use skill and the like in order to improve in the game when they raise the difficulty. Skyrim just requires that you hit the enemy more. Oh, 51 gold. That noise is so frequent. It's got to be one of the sounds of Skyrim. But who knows which one. Anyway, the light. Someone did suggest that the game was a little dark in terms of the video footage. But I did watch the video back, and I have to confess I don't agree. I thought it was fine. You could see in the dark, no trouble. Oh, quick save. Now, sneaking is not something that we will do. So, anyone that we meet here... Are you only going to hit me, or are you just going to defend until you die? The latter. Do not step to me, bandit warrior. Oh, a key. Thank you very much. How much are we carrying? Too much. I can take the hide shield, might be able to melt that down to leather, which doesn't make sense, of course, but... oh, and they sell quite nicely, don't they? Or do they? I didn't check. So much iron ore, and courtesy of one of the mods I've got, it's all nicely glowing. Which is, again, some people suggest is a bit of an immersion break. Not people in the comments here, but of course some people in the comments of the mod. But they do offer a non-glowing version, but I just don't think it looks as good. It adds a nice little effect.
Gotta have a sharp axe to cut. I'll fight.
Oh dear. Oh dear, we're doing no damage.
That's it.
Just stay out of his swing. Just stay out of his swing. No, he says, charging into his swing.
You're a fool to fight.
No, bandit chief. You're the fool. Yes, keep swinging into the floor. Lay the flames. I'd said that at the beginning that I didn't actually want to use destruction because it was crass. But at the moment it's proving so useful. Yes. Yes. Let's take a moment to give Arkay our thanks once again. Oh, I will wear your cloak, thank you. You've not got very much for a bandit chief. Iron all over. Ah, no thank you. Anyway, let's get the torch back out. If you are wondering about the setup behind what you cannot see, I use a combination of the keyboard and the controller, courtesy of a little mod which adds in a preference file that allows you to change which key on the keyboard does what. I am able to set whatever I like on the keyboard and still use the controller. I also use this same method to have 3 favourite buttons on the controller rather than the previous 2. Obviously, for some reason, up and down on the D-pad open the favourites menu. Let's take it off of first person as we're hitting these rocks. So up and down on the D-pad are favourites, which I always thought was absolutely mental. Why would you want both of them to be favourites? So instead, I have left, right, and down as favourites 1, 2, and 3, and up as the favourites menu. Now, if you were also wondering, I was being deadly serious. This mine, or this small little cave, has the most iron ore in a single location in the entire vanilla game. The second most iron ore deposits is in the cave just outside of Riverwood. I can't remember what it's called, though. But you run past it when you play the game for the first time. Well, that has the second most, but this cave has the most. And also, if you were unaware, which I doubt you would be at this late stage of Skyrim's life, but you can, as you can see, just attack the ore and it mines it way faster than doing the mining animation. Now, let us hope that we do not become over-encumbered, because we need to get all of this iron ore back to our home, and we've got to walk it there. Oh, and yes, I forgot I added a mod that increases your smithing by just merely harvesting ore. Bit of a cheat, I hear you cry, but what the hell? Oh, did we step on that last time? We didn't, did we? There we are. Oh, we can't hit this one. Let's just mine it in the normal way. We're going to need a lot of leather, though, We are going to need a lot of leather, and I haven't got much at the moment, so hopefully on the way back we might bump into a few deer. Or we should do with picking up one of those bows I just dropped as well. Although we dropped them out in the plains, didn't we, bugger? We need something to hunt the deer. They run away from melee range far too frequently. Oh, a poacher's axe. And a shovel! No spank you. And what of the mage? Oh, a black linen, yes please. There's more ore to be had here, don't you worry about that. Coins, thanking thee. Oh, there's a thingy. Can we get any leather? Enough, but not much. There was also the oh, hang on, I know where the much better way we can get iron. Courtesy of all of these bandits. We can just smelt down all of their iron armor, of course. Yes. Now, something's about to happen. Oh dear. You gotta set them off though, haven't you? It makes it all the more fun. Now, when we departed Cyrodiil, we were told, of course, that we would be the first of the Order to set foot in Skyrim. For we are a fledgling Order in light of the White Gold Concordat. We're only really finding our feet again in Cyrodiil. Oh, yes, please. There should be Corundum somewhere as well. Yeah, there it is. So, we're branching out into Skyrim, where Arkay has watched over the people here for centuries now. So they know of his blessing and they know of his light. But they did suggest I should come with perhaps a little more than I actually did come with, and now I do indeed feel that we are a little underprepared. Have we got any Windhelm Guard shield? Oh, that looks cool, doesn't it? How much is that? Heavy 26. Where's our... What shield are we using? Oh, 29. No. 12 for 160, though. That's pretty good. Or 2 for 50, though. 3 of those is better than 1 of those. So, we'll take away that. They sell nicely. That's not all that great. That's awful. A hide shield? No, that's rubbish. Don't want that. Get rid of the hide things, I suppose. I picked up all that fur and now I'm not doing anything with them. Oh. Boots of iron. Thank you very much. And then we can get rid of the iron boots. And we're looking a little more uniform, which is nice. Sorry, I don't know. I just opened that twice. There was one more just around the front. Yep, there we are. So I come to Skyrim as the first of my kin. I am, of course, of the Order of Arkay, but we are in of ourselves a subsect. Many do not know. Of the Order of the Nine. Now, of course, owing to the effects... Oh, I can't mind this. Ah, curses. Owing to the current agreement with the Thalmor and the Old Merry Dominion, we are forbidden from worshipping Talos. So my noble brother, who is assigned as the High Paladin of Talos, Hrund, he is a Nord. He is at the moment in secret propulgating the beliefs and teachings of Talos. But we are of the Order of the Nine, a great and noble order that is in itself almost a monastic order, if you will. We roam this fair land, trying to spread the tenets and beliefs of the Nine Divines to all who would listen, and indeed sometimes to those who wouldn't. Oh, we'll be here a while. Just doing this is going to get us smithing up. The Order of the Nine is broken down as thus. A Grand Master oversees all of our actions. At this time, our Grand Master... It's a position of vacancy, shall we say. For at the moment, no one holds the title. The Grand Master is chosen from amongst the 9 High Paladins, each representing one of the 9 Divines. And I am, of course, not one of those. I am a lowly warrior priest. I wonder if we can try and... Let's just go and test if we can change that hide stuff into leather. I don't think we can. But, my noble lords, each of the High Paladins, are thus. They are of different races, different tenets and creeds, but all adhere to the tenets of the Nine Divines, and all worship well. Bodrun, a Nord, stands as the High Paladin of Akatosh, leading that sect. I should say all of these are based in Cyrodiil, where they are trying to spread word and good deed and news of the Order of the Nine to those who would listen there first. Arainior is of Arkay, my direct superior, a Bosmer, no less, a man who has sworn off... Aha! Everybody hold up. Now is our time. Arainior is the High Paladin of Arkay and my liege lord. The very man who sent me here... No, come back, I need to hit you again. And the man for whom I owe a great deal. Oh, the buggers, they got away. Emilia, a Breton, stands as the High Paladin of Dibella. Vincente of Julianos, another Imperial like myself. Vincente is a little more outspoken in his support of the Empire and is in a little bit of hot water at the moment, so I'm not entirely certain of his latest whereabouts upon leaving for Skyrim. Himlaig, of course, keen-sighted, is of Kinnereth, another Bosmer. Now, Himlaig takes great delight in his worship of Kinnereth, and at the moment is spending much of his time in the Gerald Mountains, camped atop the highest peaks, trying to commune with her directly. We don't think... We aren't to speak ill of those above us. For Mara, it is an Altmer, one of the only in our sect. To be honest, Altmers are few and far between in the lands of Cyrodiil at the moment. But an Altmer, indeed, of Mara, and she is Kai Wendil. Line her up. Did we miss? Yes! No, we did not. That was confusing, I appreciate. Of Stendar, a man for whom I am not named, as we did not know each other, but by pure coincidence, a man of the same name, and it is Aurelius. He is also an Imperial, and he is the High Paladin of Stendar. No, we can't be carrying too much. Let's drop 2 of these hunting bows. You there. No, I panicked and fired to the right. Come back here! Oh, it looks like he's jumping out of the way. Oh, no way. Please! No! I hate it when the game does that. And down they go. I should say, that whilst not amazing, I'm relatively good with archery in this game, because I normally always play as an archer. But anyway, the final two, as I say, a great Nord named Hrund is the High Paladin of Talos. And, as I also say, is currently somewhat in hiding for fear of reprisal from the Thalmor, who do have him as one of their most notorious enemies. Sad. And lastly, of Zenithar, High Paladin Hephilus, a very true and noble man who did teach me a touch of smithing before I journeyed for Skyrim. A giant besetting the lands? They're normally such peaceful people. I'm ready. Oh, she's dead.
Yourself well. You could make for a decent shield, brother.
Fascinating.
An
Speak more.
outsider, eh? Never heard of the Companions?
I've heard rumor of the Companions.
We are brothers and sisters in honor. And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough.
Doesn't sound like honor, that sounds like mercenaries. No, thank you.
Next time.
Anything interesting? Nothing at all. Beneath each High Paladin, There are then 18 Knight Paladins. Now I should say that there are, beneath each High Paladin are 2 Knight Paladins, making for a total of 18 in all. And they stand as advisors and military leaders, really, to the High Paladins. And then beneath them, there then come Paladins as standard of the order. And then lastly, of course, warrior priests. Now there is a subsect as well, or an additional rank of Knight Brother. But very few attain this, and it is mostly for those whose achievements are marked primarily on the field of battle. Now the Order of the Nine is at its core, of course, peaceful. We wish to spread good word and news of the Nine Divines amongst the lands of Tamriel. But often times of war call for warriors. Or always times of war call for warriors. And we are called to honor. We each deal with war in our own way. The orders, the brothers and sisters of Zenithar, of course, aid in the war effort with construction and craftsmanship. Those of Mara act as healers. Pure-blooded healers. Not warrior healers such as ourselves, but devout healers. Of course, those of Arkay roam the lands, trying to rid the world of the undead. Yes, we can finally get one. I'll take a leather box pouch, and I'll have it back right, please. Boom. Let's pop that on, and we have got even more storage space. Yes, lovely. Can we dismantle anything else? Oh, the pickaxe. Yeah, go on then. I don't think we're going to be able to do much at the moment in terms of smithing, because it requires leather strips mostly. Well, we got a lot of iron ingots though, haven't we? An awful lot of iron ingots. See, we could make just hinges till the cows come home. But they're not really of much use, as I won't be building a house in the more traditional sense. Although having said that, actually... Oh, iron fittings don't give us anything. Don't be building those. Oh, no, oh, it's because we're locked out. We're locked out. No. We have taken smithing as high as we can take it until we rank up. Let's just bung it all in there for now and call it a day. And we'll pop in that one, those hinges we just made. Might need them later. Oh, mammoth tusks. You never know. Or do we want to sell those? I think we'll sell those. Smashing. Did I take a point in smithing? Have we got steel yet? No, we've not. So we haven't got very many options, to say. Mostly iron at the moment. If we do them by damage... Yes, these are the weapons of which I speak. We can already craft them. And they are actually the highest damage dealing swords I can get in the game in my modded version. Mars, of course, dealing a great deal of damage. Soul and Terra. Soul is a very useful weapon for us as it contains the heat of the sun. And by that it means it does sun damage on hit, but it wears down really quickly. But Luna is where we will most likely set our sights, because that weapon is especially effective against undead. And we will be taking them on. But a sword and a shield is all we require. And in terms of shields... there's the Fearless Rogue Priest that we could wear if we wished. But I think they scream a little bit too... They seem to be erring more on the side of what a Necromancer might wear, and we do not want to get mixed up with those fools. Those shields at the top of the hut were the best, but they didn't really look all that good, did they? We need something that screams, I am here to end you. And I don't think any of that really does at the moment. But anyway, we've got more than enough iron for now. Let's just remove our marker, which I'm not doing very well. There we are. But what to do with our lowly selves? We never discovered Whiterun. We should perhaps do that. It must be said that I find myself more and more of the opinion that perhaps the Stormcloaks should be defeated, but I just can't bring myself to join the war. It is against my orders. So we will aid the Imperial cause when and where we can from the shadows. We can't outwardly claim allegiance to the Imperials, so we have to find another way. We can pay a visit to the Hall of the Dead whilst we're here as well, I think. We should make it a point to speak with all of the priests of Arkay and alert them of our coming. Now, I understand you must have trepidation, thinking why would the Order of the Nine send but its lowest rank, a warrior priest, north, when it could send a paladin, or a knight paladin? And the answer is simply that warrior priests are always given tasks to set out into the world and spread the good word of our nine. Of the nine. And we are sent as almost scouts to work out and gather information on the locals. Are they willing to adhere to the tenets? Would they side with the nine if the option were there? And once we report back our findings to those back in the order... Oh, can you take that? Yes, you can. Thank you. I don't get very much money at the moment, but you can have that as well. Once they feel that the land is ready, then we move in en masse.
You know that may your road lead you to Aurelius.
Come to chat with an old woman.
I have no words for you, madam. We don't look particularly grand, do we, at the moment? But this is part of the journey. Each warrior priest must find his her own way. You can't be spoon-fed. Whiterun. I've heard great tales of Whiterun's markets. Wonders and gems and jewels from all over Tamriel should be glistening from this place. Yes, we leveled up. I will take stamina, I think. And we can finally craft steel. You there.
But we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
So,
I just can't fill an order
Madam.
that size on my own. Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride of yours and ask Yorland Greymane for help?
Stubborn pride?
I might need a Ulfric Stormcloak. Besides, Greymane would never make steel for the Legion.
Have it your way. I'll take the job, but don't
I heard the
expect a
gourmet
miracle.
is hiding out somewhere in Skyrim.
I wasn't talking to you.
The fellow who wrote that.
Some
Adrian,
good pieces. Looking to protect yourself, or
I
deal
hear
some
you
damage?
can take some of my goods. See, that looks good too, but it would align you with the rebels, and we can't be doing that. You can take those as well, because I'm not going to be using those.
Don't forget to check inside the shop.
Thank you, milady. Now we'll drop in... Oh, anything going... Ah, yes, the missive board. We must have some miscellaneous goods we can sell to the general good merchant.
About everybody.
And then we'll head up the hill to the castle.
Take a look.
Oh, a necklace. Take that from me, sir. Oh, you've got plenty of gold. Nice. Not going to bother with that one. I won't bother with that, and I never use any of those. I try and keep away from alchemy, it has to be said. I have potions, of course, and use them in a pinch. But, I am not one for alchemy. The only thing a good man needs fighting the undead is a disease resistance to ensure that the vampires don't win. We will ascend. I'm hoping to get some spells. And there should be a wizard here, I'm told. He should be able to tell us what we need. Oh, who is this? Someone seeking an audience before me.
Another wanderer, here to lick my father's boots.
You've done us a great service. Here is your reward.
Ah, you're giving out jobs.
I serve Jarl. The Jarl has put out a bounty on some bandits.
Ah, will do indeed.
Take a look at this decree for details.
Consider them already dead, sir. Ah, yes.
It seems this damnable... So, you wish to master the arcane arts?
I do, indeed. Ah, brilliant. It doesn't list them by restoration. Have we got any money? Yeah, we got plenty. I'll take that. Thank you, sir. Oh, go on then. You don't want anything else. Trying to steer clear of those. Oh, yes, that one's usually quite useful to have. So many spells. Ah, healing hands. We want to be able to aid others. Oh, that's quite good. Oh, and that one's relatively useful as well. Restoration providing all that we need. I don't think I have a ward yet, so we'll take those two. Not bothered about that. Necro Plague. I'm not really sure how that works, but we'll take it. Ah, yes, please. He's got all the spells. Ah, we won't be able to cast that for very long, so we won't bother with it for now. And we don't want the undead to flee. We want them to die. Who knows where they'll go if they flee? Stupid spell. Oh, that's cool. Oh, and we don't want that. We don't want to accidentally heal our enemies.
So,
can you take anything of mine?
The arcane arts.
You could have my bandit bandy. My bandit bandy? Bandit bounty. Thank you for the books, sir. Much appreciated.
The aptitude. You should join the Mages College.
Alrighty, so we've got some iron ore. We need leather, but we'll get that as we go along. We can then begin to start actually smithing a uniform fitting for a man of Arkay. But what we really need to do now is start really working on our task at hand. We need to show people that they can trust and put their faith in us, for we not only are here at the benevolence for the people, to aid in their struggles against any forms of strife, but also we are here to wipe out the undead. But for now, that is going to be all. So thank you very much for watching, if indeed you have. I hope you've enjoyed this second episode. I do hope that the sound levels and everything are to your liking. I bumped up the sound a little bit, and I also put the controller underneath the desk, so hopefully you didn't hear the thwack, thwack, thwacking. But until we speak again, dear friends, I do hope you will stick around and you've enjoyed this. But for now, that is all. So Navarre den Perimad Melonin, and farewell.